Hello and welcome to the September 2022 edition of Next Stop News. This is the fleet status part, so once again we will be talking about things happening in the bus world. Here's what we'll be discussing in this part of the September update. On July 22nd, pushback was announced against a proposal to make Fordham Road a busway between Morris Avenue and Webster Avenue. This would greatly benefit the BX12 Select Bus service, and perhaps improve its headways a bit. According to statistics in the article from the main comment below, 86% of people who travel along Fordham Road either walk or use public transportation, and 70% of people in the region wish to have a busway along the road. If Fordham is turned into a busway, it would benefit 85,000 daily riders on average, and greatly speed up BX12 service, which currently runs at average speeds of 5 to 7 miles per hour, and only arrives on schedule half the time. I know personally, after waiting for the BX12 and all, let's not talk about that. On April 22nd, it was also announced that Queens Boulevard will get its own bus lane, not becoming a complete busway, but having a portion of the road devoted solely to the Q60. This will affect a 5-mile portion of the route. Instead of running on the sides of the boulevard, the route will run closer to the middle, likely around the area that the College Point Express buses run in. This will take place with the Queens bus redesign, which will likely be in effect around 2023 to 2024. Credit to Brian for that projection. And this will raise travel speeds on the Q60, which averages a speed of 7.5 miles per hour. Hopefully this takes place before the old gens retire, as it would be really awesome to pick up speed on a Q60 old gen flying down Queens Boulevard. With the DOT allocating $400 million to the 3-phase project, these changes will hopefully benefit an average of 14,000 daily riders and make the corridor much safer for pedestrians as well. A serious announcement was made regarding the fate of Michael J. Quill on July 26. Due to a high risk of roof collapse due to the weight of express buses on it, along with severe cracks and water leaks from the roof, the depot will be undergoing necessary renovations through most of 2023. This will cause 120 buses, which are usually stored here, not even counting the express bus fleet, to be displaced to other locations. The MTA is currently looking for lots to store the extra buses at. I don't think New Jersey Transit Storage Facility has enough space for them, sadly. The roof repairs at Quill were actually supposed to occur in 2020, but the repairs never occurred whatsoever. Quill is also slated to get new elevators for the operators, according to the MTA's upcoming opportunities list. On July 27th, it was announced that Jackie Gleason will be converted into an electric depot, using the electric sources and substations which fuel the third rail power for the nearby 36th to 38th Street yards. This means that we may see some of the 370 electrics winding up at Gleason when they arrive, to retire some of the C40s. Gleason goes electric, that's going to be quite awesome. Can't wait to see e-buses running out of this depot, likely XD40s. Manhattanville receives 16 more LFS hybrids, 8 bases and 8 options. 9640, 51, 95, 9709, 22, 41, 44, 47, 9785 to 86, 9808 to 9809, 35, 52, 62, and 9864, increasing their total to 92 LFS HEVs, while overtaking the XDE40 count in the process. We're still slow rolling, but slow progress is better than no progress at all. On August 2nd, 9764 got into a crash, as well as 9715 from Quill. Hopefully everyone has recovered from it. Tuskegee Airmen Depot received 9622 on August 5th. This is the first time that this unit has been spotted since February 25th, 2021, when it was out of Kingsbridge Depot. I'm not sure if it's the exact same unit that first tested, or if it's an entirely new unit altogether, but either way, I'm happy to see that it's back. Tuskegee only needs 2 more bases, those being 9623 and 9638, one of which is already on MTA property. As of July 29th, both 9450 and 9496's trackers have officially been fixed. The Conehead delivery continued at a stunning pace through July. As more units arrived, their purpose of delivery began to become more clear. Queens Village Depot got their first fresh unit since April 26th, that being 8904. Queens Village with an 8900 is hot. The depot also received the following units, some 8700s which Jamaica was supposed to get, and some more 8900s. They have 34 Coneheads now. Since everyone stole from them, it is only fitting that they do the same to others. Casey Stengel got 8852. This bumped their depot up to 20 Coneheads. Jamaica cranked into light speed with their 2022 LFS order. receiving 20 Coneheads between July 7th and now, those being listed on your screen. Yep, they even have an 8900 now. What a nice thing. This delivery pace placed them high above Queens Village and Stengel and continued to balance out the fleet age. 8857 got flooded during the torrential rains on July 18th. However, it has since returned to service. Overall, everything from 8824 to 8878 has been delivered. That is a large swath of buses, and would have been nearly enough for Queens Village to finish their allotment. Nova knows what they're doing with this delivery, but the Department of Buses are the ones which disorganized it. Overall, 94 Coneheads have been delivered, 115 more to go, 20 of which will be for Jamaica. It might even be enough to move some of the XD40s to Brooklyn. Fresh Pond received some more 2022 XD40s, those being 7864 to 65 and 7867 to 7870, 6 more units. This increased their total to 15 units in total, 7856 to 7870. The order didn't begin picking up until August 12th. East New York Depot received their first two 2022 XD40s, 7890 to 91, on July 21st, placing them into service on the B15, B17, and B65. 7890 hit service at 3 in the morning, for crying out loud. They later received 7892 and 7894 to 99 in September, and 7902, increasing their total to 10 units. We're in the 7900s now. Let's go! Flatbush got 7943, 45, and 48, 3 units, with the first unit, 7943, being placed into service on September 7, 2022 on the B41. Ulmer Park got 7972, 76, 7978 to 82, 7986, and 7988, 9 units, almost half of their allotment. Many of their first units, 7978 to 82, hit service on September 8th, many of which doing so on the B6, Ulmer's chief route. Ironic that New Flyer built units so close to the end of the order, just to make sure that all 4 depots had active 2022 XD40 units. 7871 to 7293, 7946 to 47, 75, 7900 to 7901, 8 units, are at the JFK Vendor ready for delivery. We have 45 XD40s in total delivered to MTA property. I can hardly believe it. Concerning Prevosts, the order initially came in kind of slow, but ramped up heavily through August and September. College Point received a crap ton of units throughout late August and September. They received 1327 to 34, 1335 to 1336, 54 to 56, and 1358 to 1360, 14 more units, increasing their total to 48 out of their 82 allotted Prevosts. Eastchester received 1425, bringing their total to 46 Prevosts, leaving 1408 and 1410 as the only 2 missing units. Yonkers placed 1490 into service on August 21st, causing all of their allotment to be in passenger service. 3082 is the last active 2005 D4500 CL at Yonkers. The rest are 2006 to 2007 models. Spring Creek is the focus on the MTA bus side of things. They have received 17 more units since last update, those being 1504 to 1511, 15 to 16, 18 to 20, and 22 to 25, increasing their total to 29 out of their 35 needed units. 1515 moved from Zariga to the Volvo facility in New Jersey to Spring Creek, a well-traveled unit indeed. Charleston got 1629, their very last unit, on July 18th, and placed it into service on the SIM 7 on the very same day. The last unit to enter service, however, was 1627 on July 21st on the SIM 7 as well. This completed their 23 bus option order of 2022 Prevosts, as well as Charleston's allotment. They're donezo! Woohoo! As a result, a mere 7 D4500 CLs remain in service at the depot. The completion of Charleston's order means that Volvo only has to deliver base order Prevosts, 36 to College Point, 2 to Eastchester, 6 to Spring Creek, 5 to Baisley Park, 10 to LaGuardia, and 20 to Meredith before they yield their New York plant to Nova by the end of the year. They have to deliver 77 buses in total, and they have less than 4 months to do it. This means that roughly 20 to 21 buses must be delivered per month in order to meet the deadline. Summing up all these new deliveries, Volvo is on fire, delivering both Coneheads and Prevosts like hotcakes. I'm impressed. On July 20th, an image was released of a Conehead and a Prevost at Volvo's plant in Champlain, New York. Credit goes to Charles D. for the imagery. Meanwhile, the LFS Hybrid and XD40 orders have both been slow rolling, but have gotten faster in September. They were literally delivered one bus at a time or no buses at a time, depending on the week. But as September came in, the orders for both units started to get faster. In summation, we still need 115 more Coneheads, 77 more Prevosts, and 94 more XD40s. We also need 47 more LFS Hybrids, 2 bases and 45 options. All of the options will be going to Manhattanville Depot. At this rate, there will be just enough LFS Hybrids delivered to displace all of the lithiums there. Now for bus moves and retirements. The 14 2011 LFS loaners at Kingsbridge and Gun Hill were sent back to Queens Village, with the last Kingsbridge loan 8028 returning to Queens Village on July 15th, and the last Gun Hill loan 8003 returning on July 18th. However, this did not mark the end of the 2011s at the 2 depots, as they returned with September's arrival, 8074-75 being present at Kingsbridge, and 8027, 31, 37, and 72 at Gun Hill. However, as of September 15th, all the loans have returned. Gun Hill and Kingsbridge did something which surprised all of us. They both retired 2010 LFSAs, with Gun Hill retiring 1224 and me seeing it on August 24th, and Kingsbridge retiring 1248 a couple days later. What a painful way to conclude the summer. Eastchester Spectrum Next Gen 4247 now has BX23 codes as of July 27th. C40LFs 262 to 265 have returned to Gleason after being loaned to West Farms for the Bronx bus redesign, but Gleason gave the depot 252 and 791 temporarily. These have since returned to Gleason. West Farms also lost another XM40 unit. What do you expect at this point? The unit in question is 709, which crashed into a pole on August 4th and was immediately sent to Eastchester scrap. May the driver and all the people on the bus hopefully recover. Manhattanville got 2010 Next Gens 4661 to 62, 64, 68, and 4699 from Queens Village, and retired Hawker Next Gens 3846, 57, 64 to 65, 73, 95, 3943, and 3948, and 2 lithiums 4071 and 4349. And sent 7 lithiums 4253, 57, 76, 4350, 59, and 4398 to 99 to LaGuardia. This reduced their total to 67 Next Gens. Their lithium count is at 45, and their Hawker count has been reduced from 30 to 22. Tuskegee Airmen is wildin' out. These are all the loans they've had from Quill and Hale throughout the summer. Credit to Luhia and Moyai for keeping up with this info. I'm not declaring any of their 3 Next Gens as retired, as they keep popping up at random moments. Now I know there's probably a meme somewhere of me accidentally calling them CNGs due to autocorrect in last month's update. We're going to ignore that. The Quill lithiums have miraculously pushed on, after 4252's overheating experience on the M12 on July 7th and 4126 being out of service from July 21st to August 1st. I'm also hearing reports that their Hawkers are not that good, so I'm shocked that they're still alive. Quill also received LFSAs from Tuskegee, those being 5878, 5888-89, 5902, and 5911. Although it is cool seeing them, it pissed me off due to the fact that it undid 3 years of progress, that being Quill using 100% light blue and gold fleet for their cross-town select bus service routes since 2019. Department of Buses is on a crack nostalgia trip. There's some kind of fleet swap going on between Quill, Hale, and Tuskegee, where Quill is getting white buses for the first time since 2019. What the hell are you doing? And Tuskegee is getting a fleet upgrade. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I'm definitely keeping my eyes posted since the units have their respective stickers. Mother Clara Hill retired Next Gen 3890, the one with the LED headlights, reducing their total to 7 units. With the Next Gen retirements in Manhattan occurring one at a time at this point, the mass slaughtering seems to be done for now. They also got LFSAs from Tuskegee, some of which they placed stickers on, those being 5257, 5822, 5825, 5876, and 5892. What is going on? They also got 5503 and 5904. Queens Village brought an ultimate end to a historic 20-year era on July 12, 2022. By retiring their final 2007 Orion 7 Old Gen 6854, with its last run occurring on the Q36. The route chosen for the final run reflects the overall anticlimactic nature of their retirement, not being directly retired by Coneheads, no, but indirectly by 2015 LFSs. With that, there are absolutely no more old gens left at New York City Transit, and the oldest fleet on the NYCT side is now the 2008 Orion 7 Hawker XT Next Gen, which is a fleet that is currently operated in remnants as of now. By retiring the old gens, Queensville has ceased from using old gens for the first time since 2004. They also brought a complete end to the 6844 to 6905 batch, which was given to them by Casey Stengel in 2016, with some units arriving from East New York as well. Rest in peace, 6854. You will go down in history as the final torchbearer for the legacy and reign of the old gens as a whole for New York City bus, fighting until the bitter end. This was the highest numbered 6000 series bus in the MTA still in service, and now that it is retired, the entire range from 6287 to 6999 has been freed up for future orders. The 20-year anniversary of the old gens occurred on July 25th, so 6854 almost made it to that anniversary. I'm impressed. Now, Queens Village only has next gens and LFS diesels. F's in the comments for the New York City Transit old gens as a whole. They are now nothing more than a mere memory. Regarding other retirements, Queens Village also retired 4004, 4129, 4223 to 24, 4265, another war crime, 4366 to 67, 4458 and 4581, and sent 4052, 4392, 4454 and 4513 to Basie Park, as well as 4061 to 62, 4130, 4222, 4365, 4397, 4451, and 4580 to LaGuardia. They sent all 5 of their remaining 2010 next gens to Manhattanville. This means that the only Orions present here are the 2009 next gens. Because they have displaced a whopping amount of next gens since the last update, there are only 32 next gens left at Queens Village. Queens Village's plan is to shift out all their next gens with LFSs. Therefore, Queens Village will not be the last depot with next gens. I don't expect the allotment to change, but I now expect Queens Village to get 24 more Coneheads, and maybe a few more displaced LFSs to shift all their next gens out. 8040, 8437, 8450, and 8464 have returned to Jamaica from Queens Village after being loaned when the 2011s were out in the Bronx. I've been hearing that the 8090s at Jamaica have been repainted, which is pretty cool. Likely the same repaint that the Kingsbridge ones have been receiving, which makes them look a lot like the 2011 Novas in my opinion. The depot also got 8409 to 8415, 8417 to 8419, and 8423 to 8432, 20 more units from Jamaica. This means that the depot received 32 displaced 2015 LFSs from Jamaica, and now has the following units in total from the depot. Casey Stengel retired 4191, 99, and 4218, and sent 4011, 4172, 81, and 4183 to LaGuardia, but received 4695 and 4700 to 4702 from Grand Avenue, leaving them with 71 next gens. East New York sent 3961 and 66 to LaGuardia, retired 3981, and sent 4105 and 4108 to JFK. And briefly held 4096 and 4518 from Fresh Pond for swing duty only. 4836 and Excelsior is now subbing in for the swing, however. Yes, swing buses can get their fare boxes back. Fresh Pond retired 4067, 91, 4572, and 77, and sent 3984 to 85, 90, and 95 to Basie Park, 4043 and 4048 to JFK, and 4046 with 4050 to LaGuardia, while reactivating 4096 and 4518. So they have about 72 next gens right now. They have the most lithium next gens at the moment. It's nearly matched with Manhattanville for total next gens, however. Flatbush retired 4235 due to an engine failure. Grand Avenue sent 4449 and 4562 into training duty, retired 4522, and yeeted their 4 remaining 2010 next gens, including the freebies, to Stengel, reducing their total to 3 next gens, 4440, 4443, and 4521. Credit to Calvin on the forums for reporting this info. This depot will soon be entirely dominated by Excelsiors. Given that they already received some 7180s from Ulmer Park, I'm surprised this isn't already the case. Concerning Castleton, all hope was not lost for their fleet. 2011 3rd Gen 7054, 58, 65, 71, and 73 have been fixed. Congratulations! This means that 88 out of 90 3rd Gens are now in service. undoing the effects of Ida upon the depot. Nice job, guys. Props to Staten Island for fixing those units up. 2019 LFS 8702 was also fixed as of April, and 8704 returned from its crash on August 15th. 7047 and 7049, however, remain retired. If these units are reactivated in the future, please let me know and I'll report on them. Nevertheless, with only 3 local buses out of service, the depot can definitely yield LFSs back to Gun Hill or Queens Village. On July 26th, there was a bomb threat at Yukon Depot, which temporarily caused delays on several bus routes based out of this depot, including the S79 Select Bus service. This caused the 2012 Prevosts from Meredith to run on said route to make up for service. Like I said, this is a terrible time for buses. This is definitely not the time for a bomb threat. As far as MTA bus is concerned, Baisley Park retired old gens 3516, 18, 3658, 3689, 3770, 77, and 79, reducing their total to 34 old gens. Their next gen total is now 14 units. JFK retired 3673, 85, and 3714, reducing their total to 99 old gens. JFK's next gen total also approaches the 100 mark. In addition to this, Far Rockaway is using a lot more next gens now, even Spectrum units. Yes, that is phone. LaGuardia, thanks to receiving several displaced next gens from other depots, now has 111 next gens, 82 of which were from New York City Transit. 111 next gens! The total has surpassed the amount of old gens at LaGuardia before the depot began receiving displaced units. The old gens and next gens have essentially switched places. And yes, a few of the LaGuardia Spectrums were loaned to College Point on Monday, August 15th, which was a sight I was not prepared to see. LaGuardia also retired the following 30 units, reducing their total from 42 to 12 old gens, lowering their total way below Baisley Park's, a day I never thought I'd see. No way LaGuardia's batch is making it past October. No way they're living to see the MTA bus Coneheads whatsoever. The number of active old gens in the MTA is now 145, all of which are at MTA bus, as the old gens are now exclusive to this division. The pride of the fleet now resides at JFK, with remnants at Baisley Park and LaGuardia. Catch them while you still can. There are 55 hawkers left in the system, 35 of which are at New York City Transit, most of which are at Manhattanville. The amount of next gens that are either retired or in training duty has now surpassed 200. Thank you for tuning in to the Fleet Status edition of Next Stop News. We hope you all enjoyed this update. Please subscribe, stay blessed, stay healthy, stay hype, and thank you for riding with Next Stop News. And I'll see you guys next time. I would have ended the video here, but I recently heard that Manhattanville got 4690 from Stengel. I want to wait and see where this goes, because this seems pretty interesting.